Hey everyone, this is Diana, and I'm coming to you to talk about Bright Knowledge Harp Circle and what we're about. I have a lot of thoughts that I want to share with you today, and I'd love to hear your comments as well. I've been really meditating on the concept of heart energy, and we've always said in our circle that we're a heart-centered approach to creativity in general. And of course, we focus on the harp, as you know. And I have even more insights about that I want to share with you today. So again, I'm really looking forward to chatting with you. You can chat down in the comments with me. I would love to hear from you. And anybody who is watching right now, if you could let me know where you are. I love hearing, where in the world are you? I'm in Berkeley, California. And yeah, it's a beautiful day here. And I'm sure it's a beautiful day where you are too. So again, we can have comments down below. I'd love to chat with you. There will be a replay available, and you can comment there too. I'll come back and answer your questions later. So today we are going to talk about Bright Knowledge Harp Circle, and just a little bit of housekeeping actually. We found out on Sunday, and today's Tuesday, that our Facebook ads weren't running properly, and very few people were seeing them, so they actually didn't know that today is our last day. And in the circle, we're all about ease, coming from the heart, taking time. And so I don't want to rush anybody. So we are extending the deadline through tomorrow, through January 24th, so that you can really check in with your heart and see if we're the right place for you. Where I recommend you go, besides staying here and hanging out, is join, whoops, I just hit the wrong thing. Sorry about that. Joinharpcircle.com. So if you go there, you'll be able to hear from our members about the results that they get, and you'll get to hear about the practical matters. How are we structured? What are we? What do we do? And so all of that good stuff. So as I say, we are a heart-centered approach to harping. And the reason for that is when we work from the heart, we work from an infinite energy. Heart energy actually doesn't run out, unlike physical energy. I think we've all had the experience of just burning out. And right now, what are we, January 23rd? So many people might have made resolutions at the beginning of the year, and now they feel they're flagging. They feel maybe a little bit burdened by these resolutions they've made. And I feel that is because many times resolutions are not made from a heart place. When you work from a heart place, and we're going to talk about that today, about how to access that energy, because it can seem awfully vague, right? How do you connect with your heart? There are very specific ways to do that. So when you do connect with your heart, my visualization is always the heart is like a hose, and it's coming through me, through, this great source of life that we have, and it spreads out. It's a continuous flow. It's not a pond. So if we think about the heart as like a lake or a pond or something that's kind of contained, yeah, it could run dry. But that's not how I see the heart. I see the heart as much more focused on this sense of flow. And that's what we're all about in our circle. So again, just to give you a heads up, our website is joinharpcircle.com. We do close on January 24th. I don't want to rush you. The reason that we do close is because we only open twice a year for a few days. We do that because we really want to focus on our members, and when they join, we're all about them. So we put all our energy into following their journey and helping them find their purpose with their harping and follow through with it. So we are about the practical, and we're also about the magical, about the intuitive. So then we can't really have people kind of coming and going during the subsequent months. We only open every 6 months, and that's because we really do want to focus and really get to know you. We are a true community. So with the system that we have, it is not only a system, the Bright Knowledge system, it's also mentorship. We have many, many amazing harpists of all levels in our circle, and they're bringing a lot of life wisdom. I'm a great believer in cross training. So our members will bring in wisdom about all different types of things they're doing in their lives. It goes beyond just playing the harp. Yeah, we're focused on playing the harp. What we are really about is living a creative lifestyle. How do you live creatively? And when you live creatively, that is automatically, in my opinion, living from the heart, because we do create from the heart. Now, of course, we do have the practical matters. We have the system, and that itself is very heart-centered, because the very first thing that we do when we are starting together is we identify our purpose. When you identify your purpose, and we work with you on that to truly identify a purpose that is a heart purpose, that feeds you this infinite wisdom and this infinite energy. It brings you in line with things that are bigger than just you. I think we all crave that, right? We crave that connection. We crave that sense of true life and the sense of timelessness that the heart has. So again, I'm talking to you today a lot about the heart. We are very heart focused. I do want to say we're very, very practical as well, but I think you know that. You've seen Virtual Harp Summit. You know that I'm really into technique. I'm really into composing. I perform all the time. I had 2 rehearsals yesterday. Yeah, we definitely do that, and I don't want to gloss over it. But I want to talk about this today, the heart energy, because it is a more complex topic. And it's one that people can feel confused by. Now, when you are coming from the heart, here's the thing. Heart energy is turned away from fear. When we are in fear, we can't hear our hearts. So cultivating courage, literally the word courage comes from heart, the French word for heart, cœur. And when we come from the heart place, fear disappears. Many of you know my epic journey with performance anxiety, and that I gave up music for 4 years solid. And I was living in fear. I could not connect with my heart. And my journey to stepping out of fear was to truly listen to what my heart had to say and to respect it as a great source of wisdom. So yeah, we're not talking about like the Hallmark Valentine's Day heart or sort of candy cane type thing, box of chocolates. We're talking about a very powerful energy. And for me, this heart energy is what we also call intuition. So this is where we start getting into the magic. And it can seem like magic because it seems to come from nowhere. But I think that is simply because we are not accustomed to working with this heart energy. And so it can feel like it comes out of nowhere. But there are ways to work with heart energy, conscious ways to bring it. Now, they're not controlled ways. This is very big distinction. When we work with practical matters, there's a certain amount of physical control that we use. But when it comes to the heart energy, it's a lot about surrender. Many transcendent performances that I'm sure you've experienced, and perhaps you've even given them yourself. You can experience them even in practice. They are when you surrender. Now, this is not giving up, but it's allowing something to come through you, and it's allowing your heart to speak instead. So yeah, I would love to hear what you guys think about this. I know this is, in a way, quite a radical approach. It's very different from how we're encouraged to think. We're encouraged to be only in the intellect. And I'm a big fan of the intellect, absolutely. But without the power of intuition, we do not have soul. We are simply crafting. And craft is beautiful and wonderful, but if we want to infuse our art with that magic, then we're going to have to be looking at our heart energy and our intuition. So again, how do we work with this? At joinheartcircle.com, you can hear a little bit of how our system works. We walk through 5 steps together, and they are done one by one because the first step is always purpose. We base everything on purpose. Why? Because that has the heart energy. So we identify what your purpose is. We work with it together. There's normally several, sometimes many drafts that we all work through together, and getting you ever closer to your true desire, your true heart's purpose with your harping. Because it's from there that we build everything. We build your intentions, otherwise known as goals. Now, we do reframe goals in a way that is much more flexible. So we set an intention instead of a concrete goal. The reason for that is there's so much more wisdom awaiting you, and your heart has so much more to tell you than your brain does, that when we shut it down with a very hard goal, a very strict and constricted goal, the heart doesn't have space to offer everything that it wants to tell us. So we set intentions instead. Now that's step 2. Then step 3, we get super practical. This is where you can start putting in all your facts, your figures, your timelines, your deadlines, all the practical matters that manifest your magic in the world, that manifest your intuition into this physical reality that we're in. Then we go to step 4, which is integration. And in integration, that is where you get a chance to see what's working and amplify that, because that is your true learning style. And that is your true style in a way. When we think about someone's musical style and you can hear their voice, we also call it finding your voice. Integration is where this happens. Integration is where you find out what's working for you and amplify it, and then what isn't working. Now, we don't just leave it at that. If something isn't working, we find out why. We go in and we try to remedy it. Now, if it just won't be fixed, and you just, for instance, find you're working on a song you don't like, we're going to gently let go of that. Because if your heart isn't in it, you will never master that song to the way that you really want to. You may play it really beautiful, but your heart won't be in it. It won't have that certain magic, that spark. This is where people get really confused about talent. For me, talent, what looks like talent, is actually someone is speaking from the heart, and they are able to communicate that to you. And so it appears that they have an extra magic that other people don't have. Not so. Everybody has a heart. And what we in our circle do is we show you how to connect to that, how to connect to your special message that you're bringing. And it's such a beautiful thing. We talk in our community. So we have a secret Facebook group, and that's where we talk. Everything is completely confidential in there. People can really share on a deep level. The breakthroughs that happen are I just stand in awe. I mean, my members are my heroes and my heroines. They are the brave people. They're courageous. They're going in there. I was just reading one like an hour ago, and she made me cry. It was so beautiful. I'm glad I have waterproof mascara. So yeah, there we are with integration. And then our final step, very, very important, is step 5 is fulfillment. And this is where you really revel in your heart energy. You'd revel in all the accomplishments that you have made. And what this does is fill up your whole heart energy. Again, this is how you cultivate this kind of energy and that you grow it. It's how you get in touch with it. And let me give you a quick tip of how to actually feel this energy right now. Think of someone, or it could be a beloved pet, something with energy. Hey, Barbara, great to see you here. Something that just fills you with joy, and feel that sensation in your heart, that's your heart energy happening. And that is what we cultivate in our circle in numerous ways. But just as a very quick way to feel that energy, just close your eyes and think intently about that person, or perhaps again, a beloved pet. It could be a place in nature, and just feel that expansion. Notice it's not your head that feels like it's expanding. You know, like sometimes when we're practicing really hard and you're like, oh, I'm making so much progress, my brain is stretching, and it is. This is not that. So instead, it's here that's expanding. So a very quick tip there on how to get in touch with that energy. So yeah, if anybody has any questions at all, I'm right here. I would love to hear from you regarding getting in touch with the heart energy. I know, Barbara, you have been working with that so skillfully, so beautifully, really showing great courage in this. So again, I recommend going to our website, to joinharpcircle.com, to hear about some of the results on their journey that our members have gotten, the breakthroughs that have happened. Because I think when you hear from their words, you know, there's a resonance to that, and see if anybody is speaking to you, and speaking to your situation, to your condition, your desires. And yeah, just check in with your heart, otherwise known as intuition sometimes, and see, you know, are we the right place for you? We're going to still be open through tomorrow until around midnight, I think. So yeah, taking your time for that decision. I'm very much conscious these days about how feeling rushed and feeling pressured, feeling tight, are things that cut us off, again, from the heart energy. So one thing that we do in our circle, one of the very, very first things we learn is how to center. And when you center, you connect with yourself and also with the energy around you. And you start to replenish with this incredible amount of energy that just coffee, and I do drink coffee. Coffee can't even match this. It feels so healing, this type of energy. And I really notice that when we relax our bodies, and then that energy can come in. When we're tense, that energy is trying to come in, but it can't access us. So in learning how to center, one of the steps in that process is progressively relaxing your entire body, so that your body is present and available for all the wisdom that wants to come through us. I think of us as harps, you know, that this wisdom wants to play, just as we play on our harps. And at the moment, the harp is not doing anything, right? And then we bring our energy and it transmits all the way through to something beautiful. In the same way, this energy is wanting to come through us and transmit something beautiful. And how it does that is if we're available, if we are surrendered to this love, which is the heart energy that I'm talking about. All the great religions talk about this, the idea of unconditional love and union with that source of love, and how that can't compare to anything else. You know, that's where it's at. That's where the magic is at. So in our circle, this is what we learn, how to bring that energy into everyday harping, because we're all, you know, practical harpists too. We're of all levels, you know, complete beginners and total professionals, and we're all looking to bridge the practical physical reality with the magic, so that we create something complete. When we think about holistic, the word holistic, it's overused a bit, right, that word? But this is what it is, you know, that we are bringing together both sides. And for everybody, it's going to look different. The system Bright Knowledge System is very, very flexible for that reason. We provide you a framework to work within, a path that you can walk along. But there's so many choices that you have on every single step of the way. And everybody's journey does look different. And we want it to look different because there's room for everybody. Everybody is made to walk a slightly different journey and to throw their wisdom on us through that. So I learn every day from our circle, from our members sharing their stories, their triumphs, their struggles, which are inevitable. A struggle is good, it means we're growing. We're growing. We just don't want to be afraid. When you're afraid, that shuts down the heart energy. But absolutely, in this world, we're here, we're working. And, part of how we learn is through so-called mistakes. We're redrafting constantly. We're getting better and closer to our true selves. So that's what we do in our circle. And I really encourage you to go on over to our website, joinharpcircle.com, closing tomorrow. And again, check in to see if we're right for you, see if the energy is right for you. And again, I'm hoping that this short little Facebook Live gives you hope that you can have more energy and you can access this replenishing energy that is constant. You can access this inspiration that energy gives you, that it's actually your birthright to do that. And I gave you just a couple little thoughts today about how to do that. One is to think about someone or something that you really, really love and just feel that energy start to radiate out. And the second tip is relax. As you relax, this energy flows into you. It wants to be part of you. It wants to charge you like a battery so that then you can broadcast out into your world, to your family, to your friends, and share this beautiful energy that's uplifting us all. It all matters. So that's it from me today. And I would love to hear your thoughts on all of this. So, bye for now.